I think perhaps you've got to make more transparent what really goes on in workplaces. You've got to talk about how many people get killed in workplaces every year, and I think translate that into how many that is a day, and how many people are maimed in workplaces, and what cost that is to the GDP in the country. And I think until you can make things real by putting it in the same sort of language that people talk about financial matters and other things, something that's tangible, perhaps people just can't quite get their head around how big a problem this is.
But the strange thing is here, I don't know if you have the same problem where you are, that people quote to you myths. I mean, they quote stories, and you try and check who is the kid that wasn't allowed to play a particular game because he was going to put his eye out by a head teacher who, and the answer is, we can't find it. If you check it, it's not there. So what do you do about it?
Well, talk about myths. You know, one of the things that I've been trying to do with other professionals in the U.S. is get people to understand human error. We have been so focused on the process of behavior-based safety, which focuses on the employee as the problem, and their behavior as the problem, and they own and choose their behavior, when we know from science and from experience that's not the case. Yes, we all are responsible, yes, no doubt about that, but we don't do much on human error. And human error really is about the design of the work, the design of the process, and our responsibility in management to maintain the integrity of that design. And I think that the more that we as a profession in the US begin to move that direction, we may come closer to where the Australians are, because they, in my world, they own that book. They've done a really good job with it.
In terms of myths, I think you're right. There are a lot of untruths, a lot of unknown facts that are out there. And it really is our responsibility to gather those facts and share them so that we have a common understanding. I'll give you an example. A few years ago, I was working for a large supplier of safety equipment. And had a session with one of our regulators, and they're handing out information about Purell, and I apologize for using someone's brand name, and how it could be flammable. And it was quite interesting because the regulator, the health and safety regulator, was providing this information, and it was an urban myth. There were no documented cases. If you started to explore it by doing a little bit of research on the internet, you would quickly find out that someone had taken a picture from one instance, one situation, a different type of workplace, applied it to this specific instance, and then started to market that message, which was untrue. And as a sales organization trying to sell that product, which was a good product, we had to make sure that people had the facts so they could make informed decisions.